The S-Blast 92, also known as the Super Scope to the oldest gamers here. It's the latest addition and also the most technical actually to the blaster class. Yeah, we will get to that. First up, let's talk about how the weapon works. You stand on the ground, you get long range shots like these. And every shot deals 100 damage next to there. When you jump, the short range shot with a bigger blast. The long range shot that has a really small here. Only way to actually hit us phrases if I hit like the middle one on the back. But any of the outer ones. That's really small blasts. But the wall paint as well. See, the bigger blast here from the jump shots also makes for better wall paint here. And of course there's also this sound here when you jump and it shifts the mode. There's also a way to sort of get the long range mode while jumping. That works in the same way it works with horizontal flick controllers. You start the attack and then you jump. It's of course still not quite the same as just inherently having it, but it does let you move a little bit faster. Because what might come to mind is that you would actually want the two modes exactly the other way around in Salmon Run, ironically enough. It's of course designed for PvP, and Salmon Run, as we all know, is the side mode. A little bit unusual, might get used to. Now in PvP you might wanna jump for fights and stuff. For moving, I mean first, but I don't know how to explain it, but you probably get the idea. Right, another thing about the paint. They do long range and short range shots side by side. You see the short range shot here, it has a bit more width here and a bigger blast as well. They use that for painting floppy zones like this. You can spare the ink, you can also bomb to it. Would be to get the zone nicely. And about ink efficiency, you'll have a fair amount of shots after you use the bomb. 5 or 6. It's actually. However, there's also a massive recovery delay here. Okay, see, when you're actually empty, then you're gonna take a while till you actually have a shot again. So make sure that you don't actually get like empty unplanned. Like take your time refilling when it happens. Right, that is how the weapon works. I can demonstrate the range of the shots here a bit too, like it's really short. This is roughly where I'm starting the code from, but not here anymore, here it's only indirect. Also brings us to the combo here, direct plus indirect is enough for coax. Right now. You can also double direct hits, however that doesn't really come to play because actually one-shotting it. Nicely from long range too, or from short range. And wing and stuff. At least the damage numbers are easy to remember. As in both modes. It's always the same damage, just a blast radius, a lot bigger radius. Pretty much the biggest blast radius out of all the blasters. This Clash has an even bigger one, I'm not sure about that, might be this. Damage per second is exactly 300, it's 1 shot per second. Doesn't exactly rival the good shooters or things the target DPS department. No, like our blasters, it's really good for cleaning up blasters and definitely serviceable for killing HP targets. Numbers work out nicely too, like it's always 2 shots for the Scrapper Shield of 500 HP bosses, 1 shot for the Stealth as mentioned, always 4 shots for the Big Shot, and always 3 shots exactly for the Drizzler as well. Like if you have really nothing else to do, you could even like floppies that aren't getting painted from afar. Like when you have it comes to shoot mouse with. Like say a Sploosha, Blob Lover or something, then by all means feel free to hit that with directs from this as well, so the Mo actually dies without anyone having to use a bomb. Right, with that out of the way, let's talk about the statics and how to fight them with this, because this is in fact quite technical as it turns out. Fish sticks, the long range mode, I've already illustrated how smart the blast is. It really is not useful at all, sorry for mentioning that first. You wanna use is the short range mode. If you space your shots correctly, it's actually possible to two-shot that. At the time of recording, I have not managed it myself yet, just seen it in various clips. I'll be sure to mess with that more. Definitely gotten pretty consistent today. The two-shot fails, you still get the 3. Pretty easy, just stand right under it, jump up, shoot times. Off the beta blasters for it, I'd say, although you do have to get killed first, that is the here. That does officially work better than Luna with that not being available, and probably not too hard actually. You need to hit like right in the middle of the circle, and that should knock out far, and then with the second at the other far, like great. Then stingers, those are also interesting. If you're up close, you're always two-shotting, possibly even one-shotting, and I'm not sure about that, because there might be like some interference that gives you the one-shot much easier, because you know, big spots are a lot easier to knock spots. Aim at the middle pot anyway, and yeah, it might work, it might not work, I don't quite know yet. For the long-range mode, the two-shot is possible, but you need to aim at very specific positions. Now this thing has 7 pots, and you're hitting a pot in the middle. What will happen is you're gonna take out 3 pots. However, if you hit exactly at the line between 2 pots, then you will take out 4 pots. And that is how you two-shot from long range. Like one of the more precise things you can do here. Once you get it down, it also should be. I believe I did get it multiple times anyway. I like specifically going for it. Alright, that is all the regular bosses. Let's talk about night waves. Let's talk about gorillas. This is also a little bit more technical than your usual blaster here, but definitely powerful. Gorillas, as usual, their directs are some nice burst damage to help stun them. 300 is like 74% of get that one hit everyone. For that itself, as well as in general, you wanna work mostly with the jump shots here, and you do not wanna aim at the ground. When there are small threat chasing you, like say you're like right here and they're already pecking at you, don't aim at the ground. If you miss, what's gonna happen is you're gonna ground shots. You jump here as well. See, this one is already not gonna get hit here anymore, only these 2 front ones. What you wanna do when they're actually getting to you, like strafe back and aim straight forward. Jump, shoot. That is how you're killing the most small frays with this. If you mess it up, it will feel like this would be not a good small fray weapon actually. You need to jump and you need to aim forward and you need to do that correctly. What you can also do, of course, is like when small frays are already under control, you can get close to the gorilla with the gorilla and you'll hit the spawning small frays with the blasts as well. Works with the range blaster too and the other high damage blasters. Damage per shot, I should say. Early high damage per second. Damage per second on blasters. They don't really have it, of course. It's not a thing. Specifically made for multi-hitting things. that. At Mothership, you can somewhat do the long-range job, I suppose, but it's definitely not comparable to a Rapid Blaster because blast radius is so much smaller, you actually do need to direct it. Else you're probably gonna miss them. If you somehow do hit, will knock them out still because these, but they are very small. And really you would have a weapon to do. Anyway, you can hit things far away from you, snack this as well. Nice and flexible at least. But still can also be a bit slow with it, only second. Rush, of course. Same issue, you're rather slow and vulnerable. When you're not actually being attacked and everyone contributes nicely enough to the filtering, then just do the jump shots and got a bunch of stuff. When you're not targeted, you can stand a bit to the side or above, like position like this roughly. Yeah, when you're targeted, then retreat and hopefully a team will protect you, and you can hit Goldies for 300 damage, so as long as the other 200 are coming from somewhere. And select them. There are a lot of jumps coming at you too, then best to find a wall fast, but all possible. Because it's certainly not helpful. The worst case also specials. Not mouth, not much to say. Clear up blessers. You can also work nicely against the Cohawks. It works in a similar way to the range blaster. Preferably use the jump shot so you actually get best AoE there. Tornado, same thing. Prioritize lessers because you're very likely gonna be the best weapon for them. You literally have like a Briscoe Splatana account as well. First might happen, it's rare, but it might happen. Yeah, that I believe covers all the night waves. You can summon it. You can hit the Horror spell nicely, however you can not one-cycle it of course because you do not have a high DPS weapon. You can like weave that in and whatever else you're doing nicely. Gonna hit quite a bit. Like a little bit less than half of a golden egg the damage that this deals. The golden eggs are still gonna lots of damage against it, but a little bit helps. Fail the cycle, I believe it. Have exactly 800 HP left, although quote me on that, I might be wrong on it, but it's somewhere in the ballpark between 500 and 800. Alright, that's everything about the S-Blast. Fun new weapon.